Hey everybody, hurrah, have a good day. It's Wednesday, which means it's time for some more Phoenix Wright It's Attorney Trilogy. Last time we did the second part trial of Reunion Tournament Day 1. We did investigations, and now we're on the trial again, which should be the end of Reunion and Tournament, but we shall see. Let us go. And I believe Francesca is on 32 goals, but I may be wrong. June 22nd, 9:51 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Nick? Yeah? Did you know that Von Karma's daughter is only 18? Just like me? Yeah. Why? I was just thinking about how strong she is. I mean, she's been in Germany all this time, all by herself, and she's so grown up. Yeah, and I'm sure she felt a lot of pressure from her father's reputation. And then you look at me, and well, I'm the daughter of the master, and I'm still just a little girl. And on top of that, I'm the suspect in a murder trial, and that's again. I think you're really strong too, Maya. For all you've gone for. Good morning! The two of you look like you're doing well today. I'm happy for you. Hey, morning, Pearly. You'll be safe today, Mystic Maya. Huh? What do you mean? My mother is coming today to show her support. Yeah, that's right, Pearly. Yeah, hey, Pearls. Yes, Mr. Nick? Do you think you could do me a big favor? Could you channel Mia today too? Oh yeah, I think I called Mia. Huh? I was sort of hoping to sit in the audience today and watch. Please, it's very important to me. I don't feel confident enough without her help. Mr. Nick, that's enough! You can't show weakness in front of the person you love. Apparently, not this again. Please, can you do this for us, Pearls? Alright, I'll do it. I'll do it for Mystic Maya's sake. See you later then. I'll leave you to your alone time. Whew, thank goodness. Nick? This way. Pearls won't be able to see today's trial. What do you mean? What's going on? June 22nd, 10 a.m. District Court, Defendant Courtroom number 2. Court's now in session for the trial of Maya Fey. Defense trial, Your Honor. Let's start already. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I look forward to today's news with great joy. The image of your defeat, the fist, will be transmitted all over the world. All over the world, huh? Sounds like you've made quite a name for yourself, Phoenix. Don't be foolish. You foolish fool wearing a foolish fool clothes. 47, I believe, and 5 times the string. The famous one's me. I'm the prosecutor who has never lost a case since becoming a prosecutor 5 years ago. Naturally, the world's eyes are on me as I conduct my first trial in this country. That's nice, Miss Von Karma. Glad to see you're in such good spirits today, Miss Fey. It's true what they say. Women really are scared when they vibe. No. A very interesting theory was present during yesterday's session. That the defendant could have led the challenge chamber, correct? Yes. And this key is proof of that. This key, the only key to the challenge chamber, was not where it should have been. Your Honor, I would like to say one thing before we begin. Alright, let's hear it. The prosecution has determined that from the time of the murder to the time of arrest, the defendant did indeed leave the room at one point. What? But, Miss Von Karma, Then how do you explain this picture? Are you saying then that the person in this picture is not the defendant? I never said that it wasn't the defendant. Then what is the meaning of this? All I'm saying is that Maya Fey, after killing the victim, exited the room. And I believe that is when she dropped this key. Can you substantiate your claim? Isn't that what I'm here for? The prosecution would like to call the defendant's aunt, Morgan Fay, to the stand. Just as I suspected. Aunt Morgan. Poor Mia. She seems really torn by this. Witness, name and occupation. My name is Morgan Fay, and I am a spirit medium, in a manner of speaking. I'm sorry, but what do you mean, in a matter of speaking? Oh! I don't think anyone really cares. Now then, after the murder took place, you kept watch over the defendant, correct? Yes, that is correct. I performed the spirit severing technique on Mystic Maya then. Oh shit, I left something. Be back in a second. I left something somewhere, so I'll be back in a bit. Alright, I'm back. I left my wallet somewhere, so I went and picked it up. Alright. I keep forgetting this game doesn't have a way you can look back at the dial. A technique to remove a spirit from a body and send it back to the other world. That is. Yes, that is. You, be quiet! Now, witness. Something happened while you were performing this technique, correct? Yes, that is correct. What in the world could have... Mystic Maya, she escaped from the room. What? And here we come to the heart of the matter. Maya Fey, while in a possessed state, managed to escape from the challenge chamber. Order! 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 Miss Fay, please testify to this court what happened during that time. Your Honor, I will try my best. I think someone just upped the ante on this trial. Maya's escape is the new testimony. After he heard the gunshots, those who broke the door open and entered the chamber. I request that Mr. Wright and the elderly please contact the police. A pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand and she was in a daze. Then, quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped the room. With great strength, she hit the base of my neck and I fainted for a short while. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. Why have you hidden this until now? I did not wish to cause more trouble for Mystic Maya. However, I must correct falsifies when they arise. That's right. She is simply correcting a falsify, Mr. Phoenix, right? Why is she making a point to take a stab at me? Never mind. That's right. Your cross-examination, please. My aunt is a very smart and shy person. Oh, it's a sly person. It's going to be hard for us to find a crack in our testimony. Alright. Just now, you said those two. Here are the two people you're referring to. I was referring to the foreign lady and yourself, good sir. Lotta's not a foreigner, despite how she talks. Oh, is that so? I'm sorry. I simply cannot understand her atrocious English. Not to mention she looked awful. I can already see people in the heartland gearing up for a riot. And I guess I've already sent the repair bell to your office, Mr. Wright. Oh, thanks. What did you get to that, Miss Faye? Was it really necessary to have two people do something so simple as to call the police? If there were a possibility of escape, then one of us should have stayed behind. Yes, that is a very good point. At that time, I myself was a little confused. On top of which, there was another. Another what, madame? Oh, it's nothing. No need to concern yourself. I want to hear the end of that sentence. There was no reason you want both of us out of that room, wasn't there? You must testify. Why did you chase us out of that room? I simply did not wish for there to be more victims. The lives of both the good sir and that camerawoman may be in danger. That is why I thought to myself. Well, that was very noble of you, Miss Faye. This is bad. Many people have a good impression of her and a bad one of us. Looks like she caught us snapping. That's my aunt for you. Are you satisfied now, Mr. Wright? Miss Faye, please continue. Wow. Well, that was Track 7. During our investigation, you stated you struck the defendant on the head. And this strike caused Maya to lose consciousness. Do you stand by the statement? I'm afraid I don't. The statement I gave you was a lie. But why would you lie about something like that? It is very painful for me to say this, however. The witness was lying to cover for the defendant. He was covering for Maya? So you were covering for the defendant? Well, yes. It was only later that I was informed of what had occurred. That the renegade Mystic Maya had done something very unexpected. Something unexpected? What, pray tell, did she... Oof! The witness didn't and couldn't have seen what happened. If you want to know what this unexpected thing was, there's always later. Yes, very well. I just suddenly feel like there's a rock in the pit of my stomach. Now, when this continue with what happened. Was it really that easy for her to escape from you? I'm ashamed to admit to such a thing, however, yes. But you're physically larger and stronger than the defendant. There's no way she could have escaped from you so easily. Objection! Have you forgotten already, Mr. Phoenix Wright? What about this picture? Remember that at the time, the defendant was not physically Maya Faye. Arg! Bruno, then such a mysterious... It's such a mysterious thing. Trust me, I know firsthand. Basically, Mystic Maya's body was still that of the nurse she had called. But if she had run away, wouldn't you have given chase right away? Oh yes, I wouldn't have, however. You fainted and became dizzy. and then collapsed onto the floor. How long were you unconscious? I'm not sure. About 10 minutes, perhaps. And the defendant almost certainly went somewhere in that time. Top 8 witness, elaborate on that point for us. Is that because you were unconscious? Why, yes. Great, well, now what? While you were unconscious, you have absolutely no idea where the defendant went? I would think that's obvious, good sir. That's true. Then how can you know for sure that the defendant left the challenge chamber at all? Now that you mention it, I have to wonder myself. It's true that this witness is not able to confirm this, but the key word here is this witness. What do you mean by that? It means she has another witness up her sleeve. That's what. It looks like Miss Von Karma is trying to move on to her next witness. That's enough. From what I can tell, there is nothing wrong with this witness's testimony. And from what she said, we can establish that Maifei did leave the chamber. I hope this isn't going to come back and bite us in the butt. Now, let's take the next logical step and to ask, where did the defendant go after leaving the challenge chamber? Yes. Let's be like, be quiet, you! Now then, what the escapee had done when she had gone to speak with a certain person. She had gone to speak with a certain person. She went to speak with someone? Who was it? The prosecution calls Miss Eeny Meeny, who was sleeping in the side room at the time. Eeny Meeny? I think you can see where this is headed. Witness, name and occupation. Okay, so my name is like Eeny Meeny. I'm like researching like parapsychologically stuff at the university. What is this parapsychologic? Let's see. It's like, I guess most people call it occult stuff. Even if that's what most people call it, I can't say I understand what that means. And I suggest you go home and research it yourself. Yes, sir. Now then, Miss Meany. After the murder took place, she spoke with the defendant, Miss Fay. Is that correct? Like, I guess. If that's the case, then let's see your testimony. This is alright, isn't it, Your Honor? Yes, sir. For the love of all things good, Your Honor, have some spine! For my sake! After the murder was a new testimony. Like, when the challenge started, I was like sleeping in the side room. Like, a little there, someone came to the room, like really suddenly. It was like, oh my god, totally my sister! I like hadn't seen her in like so long. I'm so happy in like a sad way. My sister, she like told me something like totally terrible. Now hold your horses, young lady. You're saying the person that entered was your sister? Don't you mean the defendant, Maifei? Very nice, Your Honor. Maifei was still in the middle of challenging at that time. Are you saying that the spirit was the spirit of this witness's sister? Yes, Minnie. She was a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic. Oh, well. This is... witness? Like, yeah. In your testimony, you mentioned a terrible thing. Why didn't you tell the court what this terrible thing was? I'm sure we'd love to hear about it. Like, do I totally, like, really have to? Of course. Miss Minnie, please. My sister, like, this is what she said to me. That was no accident. I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it? And she took her revenge? Are you sure that's what she said? Yeah, yes. There, are you satisfied, Your Honor? I still can't believe it. I can't believe that a spirit would go so far as to use a medium to get revenge. It's a bit hard to swallow. However, all the evidence and testimony point to this as the truth. The end. What do you think, Mr. Wright? It certainly seems like all the loose ends are accounted for. This testimony just now, was it all made up? Was it just one huge lie? Of course it was, Phoenix. Mia? What do you mean? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. But even the most well-spurned lies can be undone. We can do it, Phoenix. Let's find that one loose thread and unwind this tapestry of lies. Your Honor, there is room for doubt, so the defense will cross-examine this witness. We believe that our cross-examination will reveal the real truth behind this murder. Yes, again, the foolish fool spouts out more foolish dribble. 9 and 36. I wonder if you make this one more interesting than the last. Alright. Was that because of your CCM allergy? Huh? Was it? Like, that's right. Like, I think there was some CNCs like in the lunch they served that day. I heard this like premonition that it was going to be totally be a CD day. Yes, indeed. I see. Am I the only one who missed the boat here? Anyway, so you were taking a nap. Did something happen while you were sleeping? Hi. Do you know the time? Like maybe a little before 11 a.m. Something like that, I think. 11 a.m.? Yeah, like my stomach is totally ready for like food. No, I think you misunderstood me. I'm not asking what time it is now. I meant what time it was when the someone came into your room. Oh, so like that's what you meant. Like, you should have been more, like, clear about it. Sorry. My bad. No, it's okay. Like, it's really... That's it? Why did you stop mid-sentence? Did I? So, like, what was I talking about again? Never mind. Witness? About this person who entered the side room. Are you absolutely sure? I guess. You guess? Was it or was it not your sister who entered? Like, I don't know. I mean, like, I totally don't know your sister and all, Mr. Smith. First off, my name is not Mr. Smith. Second, I'm an only child. But more than not, she might have messed up the question with her answer. Well, Mr. Wright, the defense rests. Well, that was a colossal waste of our time. Now then, with this, how did you feel when you saw Miss Minnie Minnie? You were happy in a sad way? Yeah, like, I mean, it was my sister. But why wouldn't most people react here? But wouldn't most people react here with a surprise at seeing the dead loved one alive again? Why did I mess up so much? But like, maybe if I was like someone who didn't know about like the occult, but I like knew all like the Korean channeling technique. The point here is the witness immediately recognized that it was her sister. Yeah, like what she said. Should I drop this line of questioning? So you really didn't think anything strange with the whole encounter? No. Like, there wasn't any reason for me to, like, think anything was strange. But... Oh! Don't keep badgering her. You know the phrase, objection. Could you try using that once in a while? Mr. Wright? It's questioning what the witness felt when she saw her sister. Is it really that important? It's very important. Well, I haven't quite figured out what it is yet. But I've got to bluff for now and make it seem like I know what I'm talking about. Alright, Mr. Wright. Miss Meany, please amend your testimony. Like, okay, I'm like totally cool with that. I was like... Okay, I was like totally like scared and all, and like her costume like totally like normal. So there was nothing all about your sister's appearance. Like, yeah, nothing was like weird. Mia's talking to herself like she found something wrong. That's impossible. Like, is everything okay? Can I like go on? Something terrible? What was this thing she told you? Huh? Like, didn't I just, like, tell you about it? Did you, like, forget already? A foolish fool with a foolish sleeper brain only speaks foolish with foolish words. What? But no. I've lost count. Well, excuse me, princess. Anyway, so I asked to hear the story again. I'm sorry, but could I hear the story one more time? Like, sure, no problem. I will even, like, tell it all spooky-like for you. That was no accident. I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it? Me. Like, I was done. was a little scary. Like, I'm sorry, maybe I'm like, put a little bit of a spookiness into it. I know there has to be something here I can use, but where? She really put a lot for into the slide, didn't she? Camera says, let's take it slowly, one step at a time. She's bound to slip up somewhere. Don't give up. But don't get careless, okay? Remember, calm and collected. Alright. I think there's one we can question further, but the testimony's changed. So. Alright. Alright. Oh. Oh, wait. Okay, God. That was a very well-spurned lie, Miss Innie. What are you babbling about this time, Mr. Phoenix, right? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. Stealing my line now, are we, Phoenix? Miss Minnie, may I remind you what you said? You said that there was nothing strange about your sister's appearance. Like, yeah, Anne. But I don't think that's what you were thinking at all. Take a look at this picture. This is the picture of the sister you met. I would think that even you would be surprised if someone appeared before you like this. The blood spray! Miss Minnie, why did you not include the blood you saw in your testimony? If you were really testifying on that line, you would have noticed it right off the bat! Order, Miss Minnie? What's the meaning of this? Miss Minnie, I'm thinking! Don't interrupt me! That? What are you stammering about, Your Honor? Well, that witness. Her personally did a complete 180 there. Lots of people do that when they get on the stand, though. First of all, calm yourself, witness. Like, I'm sorry, like, I didn't mean to snub. Alright, hurry up with the testimony. If you please. The judge still looks a little shaken up. A lot of help he's going to be. After the murder, part 2. Like, the cyber was, like, kind of dark, you know. So, like, the costume is, like, purple, right? The blood totally blended right in. And I, like, persuaded my sister it wasn't, like, right to do something like that. And then, like, I took my sister to the challenge chamber. Yes, now I see. And you have given us a clear reason why you didn't notice the blood. You think, like, thanks, Grams. Are you satisfied, Mr. Wright? Alright, I guess not. Very well, you may question the witness. Oh wow, already? Oh, so this is the first testimony. Really? Because I thought it was pretty bright inside that room. Don't push your subjective opinions onto this court. Like, that's right. Excuse me, but how is this my statement But how is my statement any more subjective than Miss Minnie's? You are such a hopeless cause, witness. You may feel free to ignore this trite little man. Like, okay. Can't breathe. Let me out of here. You didn't see the blood? Like, yeah. But she must have had the gun with her at that time as well. Are you gonna tell me that you didn't notice the gun either? I, like, totally didn't. All I was looking at, like, was like, her face. Continue. And what was your sister, Miss Minnie, like at the time? Well, she was like totally flipped out because she just shot Dr. Gray. But I think like she knew. She like said she did something really bad, and like she said she wanted to go with me to like apologize to Miss Morgan. Did Minnie Spirit really say all that to you? Like, yeah. Was your sister calm by that time? Like, I guess so. I guess maybe, like, taking her revenge on Dr. Gray, like, made her feel a lot better. I like to feel a lot better too, Mr. Franchise. The sooner the better. She says with her whip at the ready. And like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the challenge chamber, you know? Can I ask you one more thing, Miss Minnie? Like, sure. Was there anything you found strange or unusual? Or just out of place? Something out of place? Huh? What do you mean? When you... I'm talking about when you were going to the challenge chamber, of course. Like, no, nothing strange. You answered rather quickly. Now what? Think harder. I know you can remember something. I, like, totally can't. That's not good enough. You have to explain yourself clearly to this court. Do you think, Mr. Wright, that whether or not there is something all on the way to the challenge chamber is all that important? I ask because it's very important. Not that I know where I'm going with this. Very well. Miss Minnie, if you will, please include a statement about this in your testimony. Like, I don't get why, but okay. I, like, didn't see anyone on the way to, like, the challenge chamber. Try to remember this time. Oh, like, I remember, like, I totally didn't see anyone on the way. I guess this really is a debt. Something you finally pull out of a witness is never a dead end, Phoenix. It's no good. I can't find anything wrong. Phoenix, the judge believes this testimony. You don't find some sort of hitch in her statement. He'll end the trial, I know. We have to give it another shot. It doesn't matter how many times we listen, we can't give up. Alright. Because Pearl was there, Pratt. You said that you didn't see anyone on the way to the challenge chamber. However, that is impossible! Like, what do you mean? I'd like to introduce someone to you. This is Miss Morgan Fay's daughter, Pearl Fay. Interesting. You have a semi-intelligent look on your face. So, what about this child? It just so happens that at the time of the murder, Pearl was playing in the center garden. Garden? Yep. Which means anyone walking for the area would have seen her. So, Miss Minnie, what do you have to say to that? As the court can see, she is a bit of an airhead. Also, she was leaving her sister at that time. Do you honestly think she would have noticed a simple child playing? Preposterous. It's not preposterous, and I can prove it. What sort of foolishness? There's no way someone walking along the winding way could not have seen Pearl. This urn is my proof. An old, cracked clay pot? What is that going to prove? Do you know why it's cracked? It's because Pearl broke it. That's why. She broke that urn? Ouch! Why do I feel like you're about to ruin my beautiful day? This urn was broken around the time the challenge started. And Pearl was the one who put it back together. By sitting right in the middle of the winding way. What? Miss Minnie. Pearl was there in the winding way at the time. She was hard at work, putting the pieces of the urn back together, you see. If you couldn't see that while you were walking, I have to declare you legally blind. Grr. I think I have sufficient proof in one thing, Miss Minnie. You are a masterful liar. That's right, you have to watch what you say. The one who needs to watch what she's saying is the witness. So, Miss Minnie, tell us the truth. About what? About what? About where you really were at the time of the murder, of course. Objection! The witness just testified about that. That's right. I was like sleeping in the side room. I really believe her. Is she really sleeping in the side room? Your lies in here. What do you... The witness said that during the actual murder, she was asleep in the side room. And I say that's not possible. Because there's clearly a contradiction here. Contradiction? Where is this contradiction? Earlier in your testimony, Miss Minnie, you made the following statement. And, like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know? It's true that at the time, both myself and Miss Hart were not there. We had gone to call the police. So, like, what does that, like, have to do with anything? It's very simple. Miss Minnie, how did you know that fact? I can see that Miss Faye was the only person in the challenge chamber. However, someone who was asleep in the side room could not have known that. Which means, Miss Minnie, you did in fact go to the challenge chamber. But you didn't go there by way of the winding way. Ah! But look at the manor guide map. If one were to go between the side room and the challenge chamber, one would have to use the winding way. Yes, that's right, Your Honor. Which is why I asked this very important question. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Miss Minnie, please answer the question. Objection! Don't ask a question off a baseless assumption, if you please. Well, I suppose since you've put it out on the table, Mr. Phoenix, right? You might as well answer the question for us. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? That's your chance, Phoenix. Yeah. The only person who could have killed Dr. Gray was Eeny Meeny. Now it's time to prove it. Alright then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer. Where was the witness when the murder took place?
Take that!
Miss Minnie was here, of course. But that's the challenge chamber? Isn't that the crime scene? That's right. Miss Minnie was at the crime scene, the scene of the crime, sorry. Order! That's why that is. Mr. Phoenix, right? Have you lost your mind? Yesterday's testimony established that only the victim and the defendant were in the chamber when the challenge started. Yes, that is correct. Please explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Simple. Miss Eeny Meeny was hiding at the scene of the crime. I was hiding? Where was I hiding?
Take that!
Here, of course. Behind the folding screen? Ah! Don't make me say this again. Recall yesterday's testimony. There ain't no way anyone's hanging out behind that folding screen. See, you stupid jerk! Quit being so quick to pin it on me, slimeball! No, Miss Minnie. One so young as you shouldn't be saying. Shut up, Gramps! As if you know exactly how I am. I'm sorry. Looks like the pipe's about to burst. Guess you should help it along. The witness was hiding behind the folding screen. With the help of this.
Take that!
Miss Minnie! How were you able to hide yourself at the scene of the crime? It's very simple. You were hiding inside this box. Ah! That tiny little box? No person could fit in that. Sorry, but your theory has already been disproven. Lana disproved you when she was hiding from me.
Objection!
But that clubbing box was in the side room, right? Which means it has nothing to do with the murder at all. That's right. I was sleeping there, so I should know. That clothing box was in the side room the whole time. Mr. Wright? Do you think you can prove where the clothing box was at the scene of the crime? I think I can. Yes, and now I present a piece of evidence that will prove that this clothing box was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. Take a look at this clothing box. You're so stupid. As if there's any sort of evidence in that old thing. This. What on earth? I don't have time for you to sit there surprised. Hurry up and say it already. There's a hole. But 8 inches off the ground. A hole about 8 inches off the ground. Where have you heard that before? The folding screen. It had a hole at the same height. That's right. I hope this has opened your eyes to what happened. At the time of the shooting, the clothing box was sitting behind the folding screen. Which is why the bullet from the pistol hit both the box and the folding screen. It went through the screen and into the box. Then into the box. Miss Minnie, you were hiding behind the folding screen, waiting for your chance. Yes, for your chance to kill Dr. Gray. Order? So what are you saying? Mr. Phoenix, right? What about this picture? Are you saying that the person in this photo is Miss Eeny Meeny? That is exactly what I'm saying. Miss Eeny Meeny, you were hiding inside this clothing box all along. And you wore medium's clothes to masquerade as Maya Fey. To masquerade as Maya Fey? She had a plan from the very beginning. she would kill Dr. Gray and pin the blame on my client. No! Stop! I can't stand to listen to any more of this foolishness! There was only one sentence this time. If that's the case, Mr. Phoenix-Wright, then I have a proposition. This whole idea, this whole idea that the witness moved the clothing box to the crime scene, pretending to be the defendant, killed the victim, and then fled the scene of the crime? It's not possible for one person to do it by herself. It really is impossible. For one person to do all this preparation, that is. Ow! Need I remind you, this foolishness receives no mercy! Wait! It's from Karma. You said it was not possible for one person, correct? You can't be serious! Miss Minnie, you had an accomplice. This person. If it wasn't someone from Crying Village, you couldn't have gotten the costume. And if it wasn't someone from the Faye household, you wouldn't have that box to use. Morgan, Faye? Isn't that the wonderful lady witness we had earlier? What do you have to say to this, Miss Minnie? You shot at the grave with your own two hands. Do you deny it? I think this is what really happened. The murderer had planted herself at the scene of the crime long beforehand. Dressed in a medium's costume and wearing a wig, she pretended to be the defendant. And then, the challenge started. The murderer crept silently towards the other two, both of whom had their eyes closed. First, she drugged Maya Fey with a strong sleeping agent. Then, she stabbed Dr. Gray with a knife. Next, she hid my client inside the clothing box. She did it so she could take Maya's place and frame her for the crime. But that's when something unexpected happened. Unexpected? Yes. Dr. Gray was actually not yet dead. The loss of strength, he fired a shot at his attacker. And that is why the hole in the footing screen was so low to the ground. The murderer then took the gun from Dr. Gray and... After that, you and the other Lee fought to break into the room. Yes, a gunshot is certainly something you wouldn't expect to hear. Which is why, upon hearing the shot, we forced our way into the challenge chamber. Miss Minnie immediately covered her own costume with blood. And pretended to be Maya Fey. But that sort of deception would have been easy to see through. Which is precisely why Miss Morgan Fey chased us out. Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. Hurry, before there are more victims here. What is one supposed to say? This is the real truth behind this murder. Who is that laughing at a time like this? Ark! Oh, you simple-minded fools. I'm sorry. Are you still by chance evolving? What is it this time? Miss Von Karma! Surely! Of course it was me. Do you really think some of the Von Karma's blood would lose due to something this petty? What in the world? Mr. Phoenix wright. Your argument is flawed in one very crucial area. And that is? If this witness is the real murderer, why would she go through all this trouble? Huh? Working together with a medium, pretending to be one, and putting on this whole act? What reason would she have to do such foolish things? Eh? Well, that's, yeah, that's right. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Oh, one other thing. Why would Miss Mini want to kill Dr. Gray? What was her motive? Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to say too. Yeah, motive! I don't have a motive! Motive? That's... I can't say she has no motive here. I have to think of a motive now. What is her reason for wanting Dr. Gray dead? The reason you want Dr. Gray dead is this! I don't know if I can fire this here. Try to. Huh. Just as I thought. You bore me with your silly answers, Phoenix Wright. Screw it. Now even she's called me by my full name. You think I did this to get revenge on my sister's death? For my sister's death? Yes. But that's it! Because through that accident, you suffered a lot of hurt and pain yourself. Don't be stupid. No one has proof that Dr. Gray drugged my sister, right? And you want to say I wanted to take revenge based on nothing? What do you mean by that? See now, stupid Gramps. I, going to explain, so, please listen, okay? It's been over half a year since I was discharged from the hospital. If I, want revenge, then, I wouldn't have waited this long. And besides, the guy thought of the spear thing was, Dr. Gray. It was, a total coincidence he asked me about it, you know? She's back to her persona. However, ouch! Pathetic, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You failed to support your own theory. The end. I think we have our answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What Miss Minnie has stated is very true. The revenge plan is overly complicated, and she has no motive in the first place. Furthermore, there is no reason for Miss Morgan Fay to cooperate with this plan. You don't have any truly decisive evidence to demonstrate your point. So many thoughts, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You should really learn your place. Sure. What happened? Well, I had it for sure. See, it's just as I, told you. I hope you like your slice of humble pie. Very well, I will now conclude the cross-examination of Miss Eeny Meeny. I think we got the battle in. Hold it! Oh wait, never mind. Your Honor, please allow the defense one more minute. Alright. You can't lose here. Have faith in yourself, Phoenix. Yeah. Yes, it does sound like a ridiculous mess-up plan for a murder. But you know, regardless, that girl trained for this crime. But really? Listen, Phoenix. Everything happens for a reason. There was a reason why she had to kill Dr. Gray. And it's also the reason she had no choice but to kill him in this fashion. Time is up, Mr. Wright. Your final answer, please? You want to say that you can prove Miss Amy had a motive, then why did she kill the victim in this way? Can you prove the reason? I'm gonna save here. Can I? Can I really do this? I'm not totally confident here, but I know that I know I must press on no matter what. That's right, Phoenix. Only you can do this now. I will show and substantiate the fact that Miss Minnie had a motive. Too bad. You're too late. My cross-examination has already ended, after all. Interesting. I'll let you have your chance, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? You're supposed to be on my side! Ah! Upon karma only cares about the perfect win. As long as you have the will to fight, I will knock you down, Mr. Phoenix Wright. And I don't care if you are my witness. So help me, I will throw you out of my way. No way. Very well. But we'll take a 5-minute recess. We'll continue the cross-examination after we reconvene. Hey! Wait a sec here! Alright. Okay, June 22nd, 12:04 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby, number 3. Is it really true with my aunt? I'm afraid so, Maya. No way Amy could have killed Dr. Gray by herself. And under the circumstances, there was no one else other than your aunt, Morgan. That's terrible. Why? Why would my aunt? Everything is going just as I predicted, Mr. Phoenix, right? Ah, Miss Von Carmel! Why are you doing this? Why are you trying to take revenge on Nick? Nick had nothing to do with what happened to your dad. Don't you have something better to be worrying about? Say, your own situation. Looking down on me, even though we're the same age. Are you done yet? You've caused me enough pain and suffering. Not yet. My goal is to defeat you, and let the whole world know of your defeat. Even if you do that, it won't bring back your It won't bring your father back. Whatever. In the meantime, let's bring this match to its conclusion, and then we'll know who the real winner is. June 22nd, 12:10 p.m. District Court, Courtroom number 3. Cesar. Corporal 9 reconvene. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? Can you prove Miss Eeny Meeny had a motive? Yes, I believe I can. Eeny Meeny and Dr. Gray have only one point of connection, and that is the car accident 1 year ago. The motive I'm looking for must be there. Miss Minnie, please testify to the court about your car accident last year. Huh? I thought, you wanted to, ask about my, motive. I, don't see the point in, bringing up the past. Miss Minnie, if you please. Okay, I totally don't think it'll do any good, but... Last year's accident is a new testimony. That was, last year, in May. Something really bad happened at, my sister's clinic around then. And, the night of the accident, my sis was totally tired while she was driving. I was, totally pooped too, so I, fell asleep in the passenger seat. I, woke up because of a jolt, and, it was a sea of flames around me. And he, opened the door and, got away. I think I've heard of this incident. It was all the talk in the tabloid shows, day after day last year. Yes, and there was talk about Dr. Gray drugging your sister. Urgh! Those were merely rumors. Total baseless gossip. Yes, that's right. You may question the witness. Right now, it's impossible to prove. Dr. Gray did, in fact, drug Miss Minnie's sister. Yeah, which means I have to work this from another angle. Alright.
Hold it!
Didn't some sort of medical malpractice happen in your sister's hospital then? No. Yeah, like, that wasn't made too. Like, the thing with all the patients dying was like May 2nd. And like, our accident was like on the 24th. Two accidents back to back? Do you assume it's just a coincidence? My sis was like totally tired, so that's why duh.
Hold it!
Okay. That was the malpractice incident where 14 patients died, correct? Alright. Yeah. What was the cause of the mistake? Like, I heard it was cause the medicines like got mixed up. Was that the fault of your sister, Minnie? Like, no way! Dr. Gray, like, wanted to blame it on my sis!
Objection!
That incident has nothing to do with our murder here. Besides, the police report has already documented that it was entirely Minnie's fault. Which means, as far as the real facts are concerned, Minnie is the only one who made the mistake. But, like, it really wasn't my sis!
Hold it!
So she was totally tired, and you were exhausted. Like, she had to talk to the police, and like, it was being investigated like every day. It was like a total terrible situation. It's no wonder then that the car accident happened, huh? So then, why didn't you ask to switch places? Huh? Like, what are you talking about? I mean, switch drivers. If your sister was so tired, then you should have switched with her. True. But like, I don't like have a driver's license. This is news to me. I was not aware you didn't have your license, Miss Minnie. Miss Minnie, please amend your testimony. Like, okay, anyway. I was like totally pooped too, so I like fell asleep in the passenger seat.
Hold it!
The accident happened at night, correct? Yeah, like, it was at like 1 AM or so, I think. I had like a paper or due like really soon. So like, I hadn't slept and was working like really hard. So it was because the two of you were so tired that this accident happened.
Hold it!
And your sister? What happened to her? I didn't see her. The car was like totally black and there was like a ton of smoke. I like totally had like no clue what was going on.
Hold it!
Please tell us about your escape in more detail. I like kept wanting to forget that time. So like, I don't really remember things about the accident in like details anymore. Well, It's alright, no need to put yourself. I think I, like, give an interview after the incident, the accident. Like, that would probably be the most accurate, you know. If it's that article, then I've already got it.
Hold it!
Like I have a license. And that's why you were in the passenger seat? Like, yeah. I was, like, at my college research lab till, like, really late. So my sis was, like, giving me a ride home. I see. Phoenix? Yes? You can't do this. You're being too easy on her. There's got to be some sort of secret sleeping in this testimony. Yes, so let's find that one crush. Let's find that one crushing contradiction and end this. Yeah. I, like, didn't have my license, so, like, I couldn't take over driving for her. Up! I meant to...
Objection!
Miss Minnie! That was a lame lie that's just now. Like, what do you mean? I know you had a license back then. This is the photo you took for the express purpose of getting a driver's license. What is the meaning of this, Miss Minnie? That's right. Yeah, I had, like, a license, but I didn't get it until after the accident. No, you had it. You had it at the time of the accident. Dr. Hottie, or the guy pretending to be him anyway, said so. What are you talking about? That preferred a fake clinic director? Yes, that preferred a fake clinic director. And how did you... No one cares. Witness, when did you receive your driver's license? Like, last November. What? November? The accident happened last May. That's a half-year lapse in time, Mr. Phoenix, right? But what in the... That's what happened? Mr. Wright? At the time of the accident, Miss Minnie did not have a driver's license. Ow! Try, and my whip will accommodate. Anyway, without a license, the witness and her sister could not have switched drivers. I'm, like, glad you get it, but, like, even though I have my license, I, like, don't think my sis would have, like, let me drive. Hmm? No! Don't just stand there, eating yourself to yourself. Not you too, Mia. With the whip and the pin and the ow. Miss Minnie, why do you think you not have been allowed to drive anyway? That's because I think this issue calls for more detailed testimony, Miss Minnie, if you please. Like, how annoying. Oops, like, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to be mean. Wouldn't be allowed. I wouldn't be allowed new testimony. Like, around the time I was, like, really close to getting my license, my sister was, like, this total big fan of cars and, like, really valued them. She, like, had just gotten this really shiny, bright red sports car. She, like, would say the things like, no way I'm letting a noob drive my car. So, like, that's why I ended up in the passenger seat that night, too. I see. A bright red car for sports. Now then, the defense may question the witness. I'm not terribly knowledgeable with cars, but... Alright.
Hold it!
So, what do you mean by really close? Like, I have one of those permit things? I think that's what they're called? Permits? Wow, the big name lawyer boy doesn't know what a driver's permit is. Well, this lawyer never had a permit. Ah! Ignorance is to be whipped. What is with her? All she says is all she said in the last few minutes is utter nonsense. So, like, may I continue?
Hold it!
She valued cars? How much would you say she valued her car? Well, like, she flipped out at, like, a drop of rain. And, like, she would notice if someone, like, touched the car door with dirty hands. In that case, I better taking the car out the garbage ever. Why didn't she take such special care of the car? How can you say that? It was a brand spanking new car. New car? Like, you wouldn't want to, like, get it dirty, would you, Mr. Lawyer? I would think that cars just getting dirty is just another fact of life, but I guess people who really love cars think otherwise. Phoenix, try asking something more significant, alright? Well, Miss Minnie, what kind of car was it?
Hold it!
It was a new car. Yeah. She had, like, just gotten it. It was, like, from the UK. Right. I will explain this in bed. The UK? Were those her boyfriend's initials? And it was really a special... Sorry, and it was a really special model. She had waited for a whole year for it to arrive. I guess her love of cars should be the obvious next topic. I really didn't know anything about cars, but I have a feeling this was bound to come up. Your Honor? Yes? Please have to witness a plan and what you just said to her testimony. You mean the part about it being a special import car? Yes. Well, if you like cars that much, then... That's not my point! No, to be honest, I don't know what the point is either. Miss Minnie, would you please fix your testimony? Sure, whatever. My sister's new car was like a totally special model from England.
Hold it!
I yelled, hold it, pretty forcefully, but I don't actually know what to ask about cars. So yes, what am I supposed to pick for a topic? Let's start with this. Why are Bray's cars good? Like, huh? They're expensive, and their driver's seat is opposite to our cars here in the States. Why is there? It would seem there is no benefit to owning one. Like, huh? The whole steering wheel's on the right side thing. On the right side thing. It's kind of goofy, isn't it? Hey, what do you know? That's legitimate. I'm not in honor. Forgive me. Her personality really changes at a drop of a hat. That's interesting, isn't it, Phoenix? Bit by bit, we're beginning to see the real contradiction behind this kiss. Was your sister good at driving? She was, like, totally awesome. She, like, said she was going to be the, like, racing queen of the nursing world. Somehow, I think she bumped my question off track again. And that was when the accident occurred, correct? Like, yeah. I, like, immediately reached for the passenger side door. And fled, like, in a daze. Sounds like you had a terrifying time. There is something very big here. It's going to be hard to break apart such a natural-sounding testimony. But we have to attack it. And by doing so, a flaw will show itself. It has to. Do you really think so? Believe. There is a path. I know it. Yeah, almost sounded like a prophet for a second there. So,
Objection!
I'll explain this in a sec. Miss Minnie, there's a very interesting thing about this one. Do you remember this article? It's an article about the accident. You have said this in it. But I opened the right door and, like, got out. That's correct, isn't it? Like, why are you suddenly asking me about that? Your Honor, which side is the passenger seat? The left or the right? Well, it's on the right side, of course, because the driver is on the left. That would be if it were an American car. It would be the opposite in a British. Yes, I could probably explain this now, shouldn't I? From what I read up. So, in the original, over in Japan, if I remember this, the car of witness in this one was an American car and not a British. Obviously, the car in Japan and regardless, this still works as a contrary because I believe where I was reading the whole thing up. And again, this is just me reading things, I might be wrong. Japan cars are also opposite from American. Because Americans was passengers on the right. Drivers on the left. Japan is driver on the left, passenger on the right. If I was remembering this. Basically, regardless, the contradiction still works. Regardless of how you set the car model. Although, let me just double check. Yeah, okay. Watch it. Car strike from the left. Okay, yeah, I was just double checking this. Yeah, so in Japan, cars drive on the left side of the road, and therefore the steering wheel and driver's seats are also on the opposite side, right. I mean, yeah, regardless, the contradiction still... Regardless, it still works. So let me just double check this. I'm going for this. Opposite. The two of them were riding in a British car. In that case, the passenger side would be the left side. Yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah, here, sure. Just looking up the location changes here. So the vehicle involved car crash. It's actually an American car because Japan's roads are driven on the left side. The driver's seat on a Japanese car is on the right. The passenger side is to the left, resulting in the contradiction with the American car. In North American localization, these positions were first, but the car being claimed as a UK model, maintaining the door side dilemma. So regardless, it still works. I can't believe this is going to be the rare time I get to talk about a car. Do not expect that in the future. Okay, so in any case, the passenger side would be the left side. Ah! What do you mean by this? Miss Minnie, you said that you escaped using the right side door of the car. But if you were sitting there, then that means you were in the driver's seat. Ah! Order! Order in the court! Order! 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 Ah! Mr. Phoenix trying to spout me nonsense again. Minnie said the person who was driving the car was her older sister, Minnie. That is what Minnie said, yes. But that is where her story falls apart. Somewhere, all of us made a big error in our assumption. Phoenix, it looks like you finally found the real root of this murder. If we connect all the dots, there can only be one answer. I'd like to ask the court a question. Innie or Minnie? Who was really driving that night? The answer is the one person who had our driver's license, Minnie. After all, that makes her the only person who could legally drive. But just said, the witness, Miss Minnie, was the one in the driver's seat. Which leads us to the next question. The next question? Who is the person standing at the witness stand right now? What sort of idiotic ruse is this, Mr. Phoenix, right? The witness name is... I'll tell you what her name really is. This witness' real name is... Oh, that's half the penalty.
Take that!
Minnie. That's is your real name.
Objection!
Of all the foolishness dribble, then how do you explain her appearance? This witness had several facial burns when she was admitted into the hospital. So, for the purpose of facial reconstruction, the surgeons used a picture. Facial reconstruction surgery? This is the picture she gave to the doctors at the time. That's right. It's a picture of her younger sister. No! But Minnie, she died in a car accident. That's what everyone thought. However, that was not the case. Then, the body they found at the crash site, that was the body of the real Minnie. Isn't that right, Miss Minnie? That car accident 1 year ago. The one who died that night was Minnie. Her sister, Mimi, then stole her face and was reborn as Minnie. But this, she effectively erased Minnie from existence. Your Honor, I'm sure you can see why Mimi had to kill Dr. Gray. What do you mean? Arrgh! What is the meaning of this nonsense? Dr. Gray wanted to call back the spirit of a dead person. Specifically, the spirit of his nurse that died in the crash, Minnie. However, that would not have been possible because Minnie was still in fact alive. And that fact would have been discovered had the channeling been conducted. So this witness had to stop that from happening. At all cost. And that's why she had to kill Dr. Turner Gray? Is that what you're saying? Yes. Before the channeling, Dr. Gray had the misfortune of consulting this witness about communicating with the dead. And in that moment, his fate was sealed. Well, Miss McCarthy, why did you say my name just now? Looks like I've been unmasked. Witness? That's right. I admit it. My real name is Minnie. That quack doctor. He got what he deserved in the end. And I was so close to finally dishing Mimi too. So close. But why? Why would you go so far as to throw away yourself? To become your own sister? I think I understand why. Minnie wanted her old self to disappear because of this.
Take that!
But that's about the malpractice incident. Dr. Gray was right. This mistake was caused by the nurse. This thing was caused by a nurse by the name of Minnie. Sorry. That's right. The person standing before us today, a few weeks after this mishap, Minnie had a car accident in which she lost her younger sister. Diamond couldn't have been worse. 14 patients dying in that accident, and her own sister's life extinguished. It was all too much to bear. I found a way for myself to escape it all. The only way. She lost everything in the flames of that accident, her sister. And even her own face. This was her last chance. Her chance to throw away her past and start a new life as her sister. Unbelievable. Gone beyond my wildest imagination. That jerk. If only he hadn't thought of that channeling mumbo jumbo. Mumbo jumbo? Becoming Ini has been the most horrible experience in the world. Spirit channeling, the occult. I hate it! I hate it all! I believe there are still a few almost solved riddles here, such as why did Miss Minnie choose to go with such a complicated plan? Or why did Miss Morgan Fay agree to help her execute it? Regardless, I believe one thing has been made crystal clear: the innocence of the defendant, Maya Fay. This is preposterous! I'm perfect! Me, Francesca von Karma! I'm going to enjoy the news tonight, Miss von Karma. How about you? It's going to be broadcast all over the world, right? Your defeat, that is. Ow! Oh! Ah! Ow! 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 And one more for good measure. Phoenix, hang in there! Phoenix! Phoenix! This court is a fraud! A sham! Now then, it looks like it'll be some time before Mr. Wright regains consciousness. So I will go ahead and pronounce the verdict. Not guilty! That is all. This court is adjourned. June 22nd, 3:13 p.m. District Court. Defendant lobby number 3. And just for the post-game stuff, I'm going to see it nonetheless. Congratulations, Maya. Sis? It's good to see you, Maya. How you doing? Sis! Sis! I didn't kill anyone, did I? No, you didn't. It was all just a dream. A really bad dream. You know, sis. In my dream, I smelled a really familiar scent. A familiar scent? I was inside that clothing box, right? That box. That was the box you used to store your clothes in a long time ago. That's right. There's still one thing I don't quite get. What's that? What would happen to what would have happened if Mimi hadn't shot Dr. Gray? I mean, we broke in because we heard a gunshot. I think Mimi had planned to open the door to the chamber herself. And then you and Lala would have witnessed quite a scene. A possessed Maya Fey, who had just committed a murder. She had a plan down to the smallest detail, huh? Nick! Congrats, Maya. Thanks. Looks like you bailed me out of another jam. Well, you know. But I really don't want something like this to happen ever again. Oh, that won't happen for a while, trust me. I'm fine because I have you to help me out, Nick. But every time something happens, I lose someone special to me. Okay, maybe not this time. First my sister, and now my aunt. Hey, Nick, tell me! Tell me why my aunt went and did something so horrible. Why would she help Mimi Minnie with a plan like that? I just don't understand it, Nick. It's over. Why don't we just let it be? Nick, please, I need an answer. The reason Morgan helped me with her plan was... Pearly? 4 years from now, a new master will be born into the Crying Village. And that person will be you, Maya. But if you weren't there, then the main family bloodline would disappear. And what would happen then? The Branch family, my aunt. No, Morgan's spiritual power is too weak. The next person would be Pearls. Ah! Everything was done for her sake. It was all so that Pearls would become the next master. Yeah, I can see that. Did Maya say something just now? I think that she was saying... I thought so. Date and time unknown. Detention center. Solitary confinement cell 13. My precious Pearl. You are the only one suitable to be the master of Crying, dear child. I sacrificed it all for you. I helped that brainless nurse carry out her murder, and cooperated with that whippy happy the prosecutor. It was all to unseat that annoying, witless main family girl. Not Maya Fey. But I shall be patient, my dearest Pearl. A chance will present itself. Your time will come. And we will return by the end, and we will cross that bridge when we get there. A brand new episode now, and I know what this is, but I'm going to preemptively end the stream because, yeah, let's start this as a fresh one. So yeah, I'm going to wrap things up here. Hope it's a good episode week. Next time we start this off, we will be doing Turnabout Big Top Fun. Do not blame me if I'm going to act in, if I have such a disdain and hatred for this episode. I will just say that. Anyway, I'll see you next time. So, okay, this one a little short then. Bye.